Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I'm Braden. That's Tim. This is Second Legacy, and thank you guys for stopping by. This is the place where we add some analysis to the crazy gun world, put a nice little layer of sarcasm and humor, and send it right back out for consumption. So please make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on if you like what we're doing. And of course, we have to say a brief word from our sponsor who made it possible, and then we're going to get into a G3 segment. And with that, let's hit it. And the content today is brought to you by a sponsor, Ammo Squared. Now, this is such an interesting idea, guys. We're talking about retirement accounts for your ammo. It's a thing. This is something you guys definitely at least look at if you're interested.
So what's really cool about it is you can tell Ammo Squared what type of ammunition you want, and it'll automatically purchase that ammunition throughout the month. You can also sell the ammunition back if you don't want it, or you can just say, send it to me now, and they'll hold it for you. They'll store it for free, and they'll ship it to you whenever you request it. There's so many cool features about this service. You really need to check them out at ammosquared.com, and we want to thank them for sponsoring today's video.
All right, Tim. This is the part where you take the wheel. Do you have your isotoners? You got your driving gloves?
I do. And my blue blockers.
Take it away.
Yeah. Doing it all. All right. So, well, in case you guys haven't read the news, Tennessee just recently passed a bill that would arm school teachers, allow them to make the decision whether or not they want to get training and carry a firearm in school. Well, of course, this has the gun grabbers all across the internet all up in arms. Of course, they're predicting that, it's just going to be one running gun battle in the nation's schools, much like they predicted that if they passed concealed carry in all 50 states, there would be running gun battles in the street between concealed carriers. They always predict doom and gloom, but the reality is they're just standing in the way of progress, restoration of freedoms, and actually protecting our children. And so, of course, they oppose this bill. And so they're coming out of the woodwork. And then I just want to start off with K-12 shooting database, because he's such a wealth of knowledge, and he's leading the charge at not only disarming teachers, but also taking security out of schools, because security poses a greater risk to students than criminals do, folks. It's common sense, Braden. It's common sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. So it's so easy.
Number 14, Doc, K-12 shooting database. Tennessee, is an armed teacher allowed to shoot a student reaching into a backpack if the teacher thinks the student is reaching for a gun? Assessing a threat in a split-second decision. Or assessing a threat is a split-second decision. This question needs an answer before a teacher is allowed to carry a gun inside the school. Okay. No, I won't shoot a kid reaching into his backpack. Can I have my gun now? I mean, so this is an example of him making up some wild scenario that he dreamt up that has no basis in reality, insinuating that teachers are just going to start randomly shooting kids reaching into their backpacks. Because I'm sure the teachers that are willing to go out and get training and carry a firearm to protect their students really have a bloodlust and want to execute them all reaching into backpacks, or any other reason they can think of.
They're so insane.
I know.
It's so insane.
This is the lunacy, folks. When these people speak, they let you know they're mentally unstable. These are the musings of a man with a serious mental disorder, I fear, because he constantly pushes the wrong narrative. He's constantly lobbying to keep children at the mercy of criminals. He literally says he doesn't want school resource officers in school, and then makes posts about, well, this school resource officer left his gun sitting in the bathroom. We need to get them out of schools. They pose a greater risk than a gunman does. So this is mental illness on full display. And that's true across much of the gun grabbing universe. But what are your thoughts on this clown?
So the thing, and this speaks to a broader problem, right? The left does this thing, and they are really, really adept at it. They do this thing where if you have this broad movement or broad move or bill or text or something that's going to happen to try to address a problem, they will always go to the most extreme, insane example and then try to paint the rest of it as that example. Like, they do it in abortion debates all the time. So, like, for example, they'll say, like, the Republicans put forward a bill that says, we're going to put a cap on 15-week abortion. It's all hypothetical, right? And then the left will come out and go, oh, what about rape and incest? What about? I mean, that happened. That is the main source of all abortions. So, why do you hate women?
Yeah,
and it's literally 0.001% of any of the population they're talking about. Right. But they're painting it as the entire thing. They do this across the board. They do this with border. They do this with abortion. They do it with guns. I mean, they do it everywhere, right? This is another example of that. They're coming in here and go, well, if a kid reaches into his backpack, can they shoot first and ask questions later? No, they can't, because that'd be murder.
Right.
So what you probably want to look for is very loud reports and someone wielding something aggressively. I don't know. Call me crazy. I don't think someone's walking around the halls of the school going, wow, this is a lot of hands in bags, hand on hip, get ready.
All right, everybody on line, fire!
Right. It's just idiotic. Sir, he reached into his bag.
Yeah.
That is so stupid.
It is. But he is stupid. I mean...
Subtle.
Well, he is. I mean, there's no other way to ascertain how the guy got to where he got. I mean, the guy he's not firing on all cylinders. He's got a serious screw loose. He may have a whole collection of loose screws at this point. But
he has that empty jar, like the mason jar of empty screws, just dropping them in there.
It's like, I'm not feeling well.
Everyone has one.
Loose screw in there. Yeah. I mean, these people are sick and twisted and out of their freaking minds.
But it's the same dude, man. Like, this is the part that's so insane to me. And granted, this is a benefit of having a free society where you can say whatever you want. But that also means we can say whatever we want to. This is the same guy who completely dispelled all of his gun control talking points when he said, well, if you apply just a different filter and all of his data goes away, we did a video on it. Well, it could be from 2,000 shootings to 8 in 25 years.
Depending on the filter you use.
That's quite a spread there. Good Lord. But don't worry. It's a split-second decision, and he knows.
Yeah, and he took it on the chin for those comments. And he takes it on the chin for all of his comments. I mean, 99% of the comments to his posts, a guy must not read them. I know he deleted his own Twitter account. I think he was reading them. He deleted his own Twitter account, promised to go to Substack and never return. And the next day, he's posting again.
Next day, he's back on Twitter. He's like, I'm going to Substack because this place is too toxic.
Yeah.
Okay, bye. He comes back. He's like, guys, did you see this new shooting? Like, good Lord.
He's like a venereal disease, dude. Anyway.
Oh, not the VD.
Yep. Oh. Let's throw up number 15, Doc. Let's talk about Giffords, another gaggle of goony people. This one, Giffords, new, despite opposition from thousands of Tennesseans, state leaders just passed a bill to arm teachers. Bum, bum, bum. And then, of course, I didn't, the whole post isn't there. I didn't click the show more because it takes my comments away. But then my comments are right above and it kind of.
That's right.
Yeah.
Show the important part.
The important part's there, folks. And this is what I have to say. Yeah. Just like armed pilots put more people at risk on airplanes. Yes, you argued this. Shut the beep up, stupid. You continue to lose. You'll always lose because freedom beats tyranny every time. And this is it, folks. They're trying to make
we need an eagle.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's true because it's true. So we have Giffords out there, stirring up the excitement, getting everybody all wound up because thousands of Tennesseans oppose this. Actually, just about every Tennessean you talk to will say, yeah, we need to protect our children. So they just love to make things up. And if the majority of Tennesseans didn't want this to happen, there would be protests everywhere, but there aren't.
Right. Do you know Tennessee?
Yeah. Right. Like, have you ever been there, Giffords? And so, and this is these people told us that if we allowed American citizens to arm themselves, we'd have running gun battles in the streets and just people would be killing each other for, giggles. Didn't happen. Matter of fact, violent crime continues to keep going down. And then you have, after 9/11, they said, well, we can't arm pilots. That's insanity. What if they have to fire a shot on the airplane? Explosive decompression. And people are like, it doesn't work that way. But anyway, you can't do that. It puts everybody at risk on the airplane. We can't trust pilots. You mean the people flying the airplane at 30,000 feet? And it's like,
you can't trust
what
them.
What if they take over their own airplane? They're in charge. These people are stupid. This goes back, but they actually argued this, folks. And now they're saying we can't trust teachers to protect children they love.
See, I'm going to yield to you on this one because I actually was not involved in the gunfight around this point in time when it was arming the pilots conversation.
Yeah.
I was still in high school when this happened.
But it happened, and these idiots were on the wrong side of history once again. And Braden, enlighten me. How many mass shootings has a pilot carried out at 30,000 feet since 9/11?
I'm going with 0.
Yeah, I'm going with 0 too. If you got something, post it down below because I'm real curious. I'm sure these pilots are gunning people down. We're just not hearing about it.
Because we would not hear about that one. Okay, these people tell us when they remind us 14 years ago when there was a tragedy because nothing happened today. That's who we're talking about here. But Tim, I think there's some other things that I would like to point out, if I may,
Please.
About their post. Oh, thank you, sir. Thousands of Tennesseans. Thousands. How many? What's the population of Tennessee?
Like 10 or
not thousands.
10 or 20 people.
Definitely in the millions.
Yeah, right.
So we're gonna go thousands versus millions. Okay. And then the other thing that this is so sweet to me. This is that sweet, sweet nectar. This is the exact same state house legislature that a bunch of Moms Demand Action activists were in the top little area of I can't remember the name, where they watch all the action. Whatever, balcony. Let's just say balcony. And they were screaming with signs, and you had the Tennessee 3 stand up and resist gun control. By the way, their star faded, didn't it? Oh, wow. Awkward. And the gun controlling apparatus nationally, Giffords.org, Moms Demand Action, March for Our Lives, all the stuff that they were pushing to get red flag laws in Tennessee, to get all this gun control, because now is the time after the Covenant shooting. And now, after they failed then, now they're going the exact opposite direction. This is what it looks like when you undertake these tactics, you dum-dums.
Yeah. And by the way, they say lawmakers have done nothing to stop guns from falling into dangerous hands. Really? I thought you just passed the most comprehensive gun control at the federal level in 30 years.
Drop double-digit homicide rates at the exact same time. We've got 29 constitutional carry states. That's weird. All these evidence, and this here comes the rant. All of this stuff that they tell us is going to kill us, that we win in these conservative states, pushing 29 states to constitutional carry, putting the most amount of guns in the population that we've ever had. All of these things that have said they've said it's going to kill us all. Crime is going down, and the only solution that they can go is well, we passed a bill a year ago that we said was going to do nothing, but now it does something. So we really claim credit for that. So you claim credit for our actions, which give us the positive outcomes, and you say it's a bill. I don't like you.
Yep. Very true.
So there.
Yeah. And think about this, folks. These shooters, they choose targets that we refer to as soft targets. What's a soft target? A soft target is a target that has a sign in the door that says no firearms allowed. They're gun-free zones, folks. That's why you see these shootings taking place in public places such as schools, because there are laws, state and federal, that are supposed to keep people, the law-abiding, from carrying and defending themselves inside these imaginary boundaries. That's why they're chosen as targets. So if you harden the target with security and arming the teachers, you never know which angle you're going to get shot from if you do something stupid, then that dissuades you from even doing something stupid. You'll go find a different soft target. And that's what these idiots don't understand. It's just basic human nature. They don't even understand that. They're so dumb, they don't even understand like how we're wired as a species. Idiots.
Correct. It's just risk mitigation. You're gonna it's
self-preservation,
like
man. We all have it.
Where there's the exactly right. You're gonna go where there's the least amount of resistance. It is that simple. If you want to cause a big issue, you're going to go where there's the least amount of resistance, so you have the highest success rate.
Right.
That's exactly what you're going to do.
Why did any
human would, any animal would?
Why would 10 gang members target a single female walking down the street? She's an easy target in their mind. Will they? Will 5 criminals attack 2 bodybuilders walking down the street confidently? No, there's too much risk involved in that. Right? They pick targets based on threat assessment, generally speaking. Now, there's some crazy people out there.
That's right.
But the vast majority of criminals take the easy path.
Correct. And that's exactly correct.
And so anyway, it's just mind-boggling to me that these people literally advocate for keeping our schools unsecure and then have the audacity to blame gun owners for the problems that occur in these unsecure areas. And then they want to do anything. They blame us. They say we're not doing anything to keep guns out of criminals' hands. No, idiot. You're not doing anything to protect our people and our children. Anyway, I've had enough of them.
That was a good G3, Tim. That was good.
Take a shower and wash the filth off. It just splashed up on me from these stupid people. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon.